Okay, welcome back. I really enjoyed reading to you guys live on Zoom yesterday, and I know you guys enjoyed those stories. And so today I know you guys are doing exercise, and so I have two books, and the first one is called Where the Wild Things Are. Ooh, these pages are sticking. Okay. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. So there's Max. He's in his wolf suit. Looks like he's up to no good. And another. So he's causing all this mischief around the house. He's chasing his dog. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. Uh-oh. So his mom sent him to his bed. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew. See there are the trees kind of growing in his room. And they grew. Oh wow, now his room's really transforming into a forest. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world around. So look at that, his room transformed into this forest. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the night and day. So look at that. Now he got a boat, and he's traveling on the boat. I wonder where he's going. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. So he's going to travel to where the wild things are, and this looks to be like a sea monster or something like that. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. So look at that, he arrived to where the wild things are, and look at these guys. Look at it. This guy looks silly with his funny hair. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with a magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. So look at that. Max tamed them with a magic trick, and now they were all scared of him. Look at how funny these guys look. They don't even look like real animals. And they made him king of all the wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. So there they are. There he is with his crown on his head because they made him king. There they are bowing down to him. And so they started their wild rumpus. They're just dancing all around. They're dancing at the moon. Now they're swinging across trees like monkeys. They're acting like monkeys. And there they are carrying him on their backs. They're just kind of stomping around, having fun. Because they're very wild. Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then, all around, from far away, across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. So look at that. He sent them all to bed, and there they are sleeping. And he just wants to be where someone loves him. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said no. The wild things roared their terrible roars and gashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed all their terrible claws, but Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. So there he is leaving them. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. So there it is now. It's nighttime. I guess he's going to be sailing home now on his private boat. And into the night of his very own room where he found his supper waiting for him. And there's his supper right there. And now he's back at home. And it was still hot. So that's the end of Where the Wild Things Are. And this was one of my favorite books growing up because the wild things, they're just so funny looking. And so then our second one is called Wiggle. So I hope you guys do a lot of wiggling today for your exercise. So, do you wake up with a wiggle? Do you wiggle out of bed? There's the dog wiggling his tail, trying to get out of bed. If you wiggle with your breakfast, it might end up on your head. Uh-oh. Look at that. He's wiggling with the pancake and then ends up on his head. First, wiggle where your tail would be, then wiggle all your hair. Look at that, wiggling his tail around in a circle, and then he's wiggling all of his hair. Feeling extra silly, wiggle in your underwear. Oh, look at that, he's wiggling in his underwear. Can you wiggle with your shadow? Can you wiggle with your toys? There he is with maracas, wiggling with his shadow and then rolling down a hill, I guess, with his ball. When you wiggle with gorillas, do they make a wiggle noise? There he is wiggling with all the gorillas. Can you wiggle in the water? Wiggle one fin on each side. So there they all are wiggling down in the water. Or wiggle like a crocodile. Open big and wide. So there's a giant crocodile's mouth. When you wiggle where your wings would be, wiggles fill the sky. So there he is trying to wiggle like he has wings. Wiggle slowly when with polar bears, they're very wiggle shy. Aw, so the polar bears don't really like to wiggle, so you gotta wiggle slowly with them. Snakes are one big wiggle. No wings, no tails, no feet. See, snakes just wiggle all around everywhere. Some wiggles are worth waiting for. Looks like an egg's about to hatch and a little baby bird's gonna come out, right? Probably gonna have to, yep, wiggle, wiggle, tweet. See, look at that. The little baby bird had to wiggle out of its egg to get out. Would you join me for a wiggle? Oh, look how silly he looks. Would you wiggle on the moon? There he is on the moon wiggling. I think we're all out of Wiggles now. See you wiggle soon. Oh, there he is. He got all tired out because he was wiggling all day. So that's the end of that one. I hope you guys enjoyed those stories. I enjoyed reading them to you, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun doing your exercise today.